Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Erin Brown, and you are now listening to Resilience in Action, the podcast. Hello, everyone. You are now listening to Resilience in Action with Erin Brown, and I'm the host, Erin Brown. Today, I want to talk about the A in the value method. The A stands for audit. Audit your orbit. This is a saying that I've been saying for the past 4 years, that it is so important to make sure that you are surrounding yourself with valuable people, folks that add to your life and not add stress and depression and that kind of stuff. I'm talking about adding positivity, accountability, right? You have those friends that you have friends, right? You have the friends that are the yes men, right? Yes. They say yes to everything because who knows why. We're not going to go into that because that's an entirely different episode. I want to focus on the friends that say, no, that's not a good look for you. No, you shouldn't make that move. And here's why. Or, I think you can think bigger, right? Those are the people that you want to surround yourself with. People that lift you up and build you up. They boost your confidence. There is nothing like hanging around someone. And I know, right? Hanging around someone who is just completely just a Debbie Downer. Just someone who complains about everything. So it is very, very important to make sure that you do not hang around those soul suckers, those vampires, because they will latch onto you and they'll suck you dry. You will be depressed, you will be miserable. It'll be everybody's fault except your own. Like, you just do not need to hang around those type of individuals. So what I want you to do, right? I want you to think about the 5 people that you hang around the most, whether you get a chance to hang around, people that you talk to on a regular basis, right? Think about those 5 people, right? How do you feel when you leave them? Are you energized? Do you feel like you can conquer the world? Or maybe not even just, maybe you don't feel like you can conquer the world, but you leave happy, right? You leave that breakfast, brunch, meeting, coffee, whatever it is. You leave that function happier, mentally, physically, and emotionally. Like you're happy, joyful, It's just really, I really want you to pinpoint the people that make you feel safe, right? We talked about that with Jordan in one of our previous episodes. The importance of finding those people that you can feel safe around, right? Who are they? If you have the value method, little pocket guide to unlocking your greatest potential, there is a handy dandy worksheet in here. It's an audit worksheet. 5 people that you feel energized with, right, when you leave. Also, on the flip side, there's a section in that book, in my book, for the people who you feel drained when you leave them. You feel absolutely exhausted, and not exhausted because you exercise or you went for a walk or something like that. Exhausted, like, oh, why do I do this to myself every single time? I know that they are always going to complain about this, and the third. Oh, here she comes with her boyfriend drama. Oh, here he comes on his fifth, whatever the case may be. Like, those people, you need to audit them as well. And those are the people that you need to say bye-bye to. And sometimes those people are people that you've grown up with, right? Maybe they're family members. It isn't going to be easy, but think about what your life could be without all the negativity, without all the extra baggage. Because let's be fair, right? Let's be honest with ourselves. And in this one, we're going to need some honesty. How many times have you left a function, a situation, whatever it was, with these people that make you feel stressed with their baggage too, right? These are the folks that you tell your good news to, or you tell, hey, I want to do this. And they say, I wouldn't do that if I was you. Or, that sounds good, but those are the people who take their fears, their insecurities, the things that they wouldn't dare try, and they place that unto you. And now you're second guessing and doubting yourself when it's not necessary, right? You could live so I don't want to say so much more, because that is not proper English, but you can live better. You can literally have a greater human experience, because that's what Resilience in Action, the podcast, is all about, is learning how to have a greater human experience through resilience, right? That bounce back. You are going to hit a wall when you get to those certain individuals that you need to cut off. And it has nothing to do with you, everything to do with them. Because you know who you are, you know who it is that you are becoming, and they no longer serve a purpose in your life. And maybe, to be honest, maybe they never really did. I'm not sure. I don't want to make that call. You're going to make that call. But I want you to gravitate away from those individuals, those people. You need to take a step back. Okay? That's your external audit, focusing on the folks that you are around, right? That's very, very important. And with the external audit, I always say audit your orbit. I always say audit your orbit. And the one thing that is consistent throughout the last 3-4 years that I've been talking about auditing your orbit is the fact that a lot of people forget the most important piece in that orbit, which is yourself. Yourself. You. Now we've done the external external audit. Now it's time to do a little mirror check and focus internally for a second, right? I want us all to be the type of person that you'd want to hang around, right? Be the type of person you want to hang around. Be, keep your word. Go ahead, be authentic. Are you those things? Are you someone that you would want to be around? Ask yourself, and this is where that honesty comes into play. Are you someone that always needs to be checked? And by checked, like, what I mean, someone who's always doing the most. Like, do the most, like go out there and do the most and enjoy life, but also understand that you're in an orbit. You are around other people, and your actions, your emotions affect those around you. So that's being mindful. Like, yes, like go off, honey, do whatever it is that you do your thing. Also, be mindful that you are in an orbit and there's other things working around you, right? Very, very important. What are you feeding your mind, body, and soul? That's another internal audit that you need to do. We focus a lot on making sure we're eating the right things, like literally eating the right things. But how often are we checking the stuff that we are feeding our mind? Like, I love all kinds of music. I will listen to DMX, like what these want from her. And then I will listen to crap. Wilson Phillips, right? I will do that. It doesn't listen. I listen to everything. But I also know the power of music, because when I was in my depression, my deep, woe is me, pity me, depression. And I mean that, like, I'm able to say that about myself, because there were things happening, but also I wasn't really trying to make things better either. So I'm able, and I have been able to take accountability for the role that I played in my own struggle, right? But I would be sad. I would be so sad, not really understanding or knowing why, right? Just sad. And then I would put on 3 Days Grace or Evanescence and make myself sadder. I would do that, y'all. Now I listen to, like I said, I listen to everything. Now I listen to them and I'm like, this is my, like, this is my jam, but I can also separate. Now, there was a time where I just melted into the music and allowed the sadness to completely wash over me and take me away. All right, this is the honesty. Like, I don't think I've ever verbalized this level, this level of self accountability to anyone. But now I'm able to take a step back. I can listen to Going Under and feel the music, but not let it take me, right? Like, not let it take me away and not be in that mindset thinking like it's okay for me to listen to this type of music if I'm ever in a mood where things aren't really going my way. Like, listen, yesterday was wild. Yesterday was wild from beginning to end. I'll put, long story short, I woke up for work at 5:57. I got a phone call and I was supposed to be work at 6:00, right? Beginning of the day. End of the day, I have a boot on my left foot that has to be on there for a week. I went to bed at 7:30 yesterday. So listen, if any day, I can think of any time that I really was just like, oh, like, why does everything keep happening to me? It was yesterday. It was yesterday. I promise you, I was late to work. I picked up my coworker, got to work, got out the car, my phone flew across the parking lot, and my screen protector popped off. And I said, oh, so this is the kind of day we're going to have. And then I said to myself, oh, no, we are not. We are not having this kind of day. And then as the day proceeded, I found out that that was, in fact, the type of day I was going to have. And luckily for me, I've been able to do the work so that I could step back and see it, acknowledge it, and then move past it, right? See it, acknowledge it, and move past it. That's my fight to flight. See it, accept it, acknowledge it, go past it, right? Okay, this is where we are, and we're going to keep moving. I'm not going to allow the day, the actions that the just sheer what seemed to be just sheer bad luck, like ruin the beautiful day it was. It was a beautiful day. I was able to do that by doing my internal audits. I want to bring it back, right? Because I don't want y'all to get lost. I love storytelling, but I do not want it to get lost in translation. I say all of that to say I put in the work internally so that I can come to you today and let you know that by doing the work, you will begin to see a change. You will notice yourself differently. You will react to things differently. Hey, y'all. Listen, it is time for some action. If you are enjoying the content that you've been listening to, I need you to rate and review. That's it. That's all. Make sure you go to wherever you're listening to this podcast and rate and review it for us. We appreciate you so much. Let's get back to some resilience. Some of it will shock you, like, yo, I cannot believe. I don't know, a year ago, I would have acted like this. But now, here I am acting like this. That's that internal work, babe. That's that internal work. Keep going. I encourage you to audit your orbit. That's externally and internally. Most importantly, internally. Right? Because there's going to come a time where, I'll put it like this. We know right from wrong, correct? We're adults or striving to be, right? When we're doing something wrong, we know it, right? So a car cuts us off and we're like, oh, freak that. Boom, put that thing in sport. I almost said it. I almost slipped, but I didn't. I'm gonna be clean. Put that thing in sport, take off. We know we shouldn't. We should just let them do whatever that it is that they're doing, because obviously they're in a rush to get somewhere. We don't know. We don't know where they're going. It's not any of our business. We did not get into an accident. We are okay. We are safe. Our cars are good. Just go on about your business. But no, here comes the ego. Like, who are you cutting off? Right? If you do not do that internal work, that ego will take over. And next thing you know, you are tailgating this fool, right, to the hospital because maybe somebody is pregnant, or maybe they're going into labor, or, maybe someone is sick, or it doesn't matter, right? Now we've allowed the external factors, right? We've allowed the external factors, someone else's actions, to dictate how we're acting. And if you don't do that work internally, you're gonna be chasing that carrot. You're going to chase the carrot. I encourage you today to tell yourself, I'm done chasing the carrot. I'm done chasing the carrot. It's free. It really is, right? It's freeing. So to bring it all full circle, audit your orbit, the A in the value method, making sure that we are auditing, are doing our external audit to make sure we are auditing the people that we are around, the people we surround ourselves with, the people we associate with. Like, we can't control the people that we work with, like at work. I mean, but you don't have to leave there being best friends. You got to go there, get your coins, go home, right? Yes, it is a lot easier to work if you enjoy and you have fun with the people that you're working with, but don't force it. Don't force it. Think about the people that you surround yourself with, right? Are they beneficial? Do they fill up your cup? Or when they leave, are you always on empty? Are you always, let me repeat it. When they leave, is your cup full? Or is it always empty when they leave? Always empty when they leave. If it is, exit stage left. Get out, do not pass go, do not collect $200. That's it. Cut them off. Sometimes it'll be easy, sometimes it's not. But I want you to think about the life that you can have, the person you're becoming. Do they benefit you? If not, then they must go. And internal audit. Who are you inside? Are you someone that people want to be around? Are you someone that you would want to be around? That's the question. Are you someone that you want to be around? Are you trustworthy? Are you reliable? Like, for real. These are things you need to ask yourself. Can you hold yourself accountable? Because I know, listen, I'm a human. I'm here to learn to have a greater human experience. At the same time, I am human, right? Do I always enjoy getting held accountable by external factors? No, I do not. I don't know anyone who does, right? Enjoy that. I don't know anyone who does. And if they say they do, they're lying to you. Period. But one way to, you won't avoid it because people will always have something to say. But one way to alleviate that is to make sure you can check yourself. That is a part of the internal audit that I need y'all to do. Check yourself. Make sure that you're someone that you want to be around. It is very, very important. Very important. You know, and listen, resiliency is being able to bounce back from adversity, right? Resiliency is self-accountability. Resiliency is someone else holding you accountable. And instead of you flying off the handle, you understand, you process that criticism, and you learn from it if it's valuable. Because there's going to be people out there that's going to tell you who you should be. We don't even know these people. They have audacity. Let them have it. Pay those jokers no mind. But those folks that you keep around you, that are near and dear to your heart, you take what they say and you learn from it. You learn from it. I hope that this episode right here, I hope that it did what I wanted it to do. Well, Erin, what did you want it to do? I wanted it to wake you up. I want it to wake you up. I want it to shake you, right? I want it to force you to say, damn, Erin, that's another one. I'm going to put in the work for me. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to make you say that, you know what? I'm going to put in the work for me to better the people that I'm around and to better myself. Y'all know from the very, very beginning that I started EB Speaks Anything, my mission statement is to leave this world better than I found it, starting with myself. I'm starting with me. Now it's time for you to start with you. Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of Resilience in Action, the podcast with your host, Erin Brown. And I want you to remember, resilience in action will always lead us to a greater human experience. Until next time.